A Vampire Story, Part 14. If you haven't seen 1 through 13, they're in the playlist on my page. This will be added to it. And TikTok, this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please don't get your panties in a wad, but go back and watch those or you won't understand this one at all. Lauren and Saxon are now in this room right off of the secret medical facility they have because they had heard what sounded like muffled screams going through this like tunnel thing they found behind a bookcase. And it's dark, and like I said before, it's so quiet in there that you could hear a pin drop. And it sounds like someone is taking notes out loud. And the subject that they have in the room, the, I guess, researcher, is the third twin from The Shining, Draper. And the person that is taking these notes out loud into the tape recorder is saying that they have the subject sedated. They go on for a few more seconds with medical terminology and state that they are going to return in 1 hour to see if there's any change. And they hear the door shut, but they're still really, really quiet. A little while passes, and Saxon's like, fuck this shit, I'm going in there, I want to see what's going on. They said 1 hour. So when she opens the door and sees this boy, oh my God. He is like a really pale white, and you can see every vein. She said it was just like a maze of veins. But that's not the weird part. The weird part is that his left arm and leg are burned like a fresh burn. And if he is freshly burned, why wouldn't you call 911 or take him to the hospital at least? He doesn't look malnourished or anything like that, but she did say that he had really bad dark circles under his eyes, even though his eyes were taped shut. But there is a folder laying on the desk that's open about Draper. And there are pictures in there. None from birth, but from like age maybe 2 all the way to like 10, which is what they are. They look through it for a second and they can't remember exactly the order the pictures were in because they weren't in order. They're trying to leave out of here exactly the way that it got left by this researcher slash doctor, whatever the hell she is. On the way back, they're walking through this concrete tunnel with all these doors that lead to different places, you know, and they're going straight back the way they came, and they get turned around. But during this journey down the hall, they're both kind of in their heads trying to figure out what's going on verbally and in their head. And she knows at this point that Tristan has a heart condition and everything else. So she's like, maybe this person is a doctor and they've got the best help and the hospital can't do anything for him. And in her mind, in her hometown, she has a doctor that still does house calls. So this seems logical at this point. So they finally make it back to the library and they're trying to figure out how to close this bookcase because the button is not closing. But this is getting kind of long, so I'll see you for another part. We're going to be wrapping this series up today. So stick with me. Stick with me.